Hi guys, as you can see on the screen that it says part 1 is cleared. Okay, so we are proceeding to part 2. So I'll tell you what part 2 consists of. Okay, part 2 consists of A to F part A, part B, part C, part D, part E, part F. So part A is basically reading, part B is repeating, part C is questions, part D is sentence buildings, part E is storytelling, part F is open question. So before we proceed to everything part by part, so we have to do a little setup. Okay, for example, here now it is asking select I agree. So we will select I agree in everything and we will continue. Okay, so then what will happen, we will click on start, then the system will give a little instructions. Okay, for instruction it will tell you like how much time it's gonna take. Okay, so basically it is gonna take, this test will take time 20 to 25 minutes. The computer will give you instructions. If you have time right now, see it says like 17 minutes for this round. If we have the time, we can take the test right now, but if we don't have a time, so what we have to do, we have to take this test later. Okay, so we won't take this test later, we will take the test right now only. Okay, so we will click on next. Okay, next, the first thing, the computer will check for testing software. It will say success and all, then it will say give us some instruction, then we have to click on next. Okay, then from here our part 1 will start. Okay, so we cannot go to another tab also. If we click for tab, so our test will be disconnected in 6 times. Okay, so here you can see on the screen, okay, like there were 6 parts reading. So see how it happens. Okay, so first reading part, in reading part there will be 8 sentences. From the computer the sound will come. The sound will come like, okay, it says read the sentence number 1. So we have to read the sentence number 1. Similarly, a sound will come. Once will complete, it will ask us to read the sentence number 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. Okay, so now you see. Okay, then second part, this is part B, repeat. Okay, in repeat what will happen, we will listen a sound from the computer. It will say something like we went to Delhi, but the weather was not good. So we have to repeat on the 6. So you can see on the screen it says 14, 15, 16. Total number of repeating questions will be 16. Okay, so there will be 16 different sentences said by the computer. Okay, Versant round, and then you have to repeat everything. The third part C. So after this part we will move to part C. Now you can see, okay, this is the question number 16 only. We are gonna move now to the part C. Part C, I'll tell you, part C is questions. Okay, so questions, basically there will be like 24 questions will be asked. Okay, now you'll be seeing on the screen. Okay, now you see questions. It says, would you get a water from a bottle or a newspaper? So we have to answer a bottle. Okay, a bottle or from a bottle. So these type of 24 questions they will ask. Okay, for the questions which they asked with me were like this. Today Cynthia is not feeling good. Okay, she had a stomach ache. So they asked the question whether Cynthia is having pain in the leg or the stomach. So I answered the stomach. So similarly, see, can you see like 24 questions will be asked. Then it will move to sentence building. Okay, sentence building, they will give you on the screen. They will say 3 words. Was reading my mother her favorite magazine. You have to rearrange the word and make a sentence. Okay, so these type of 10 questions will come. Okay, 10 sentence building will come. Okay, so they will tell you jumbled words. You have to say the correct words in a sentence. See, question number 1, question number 10 sentences. Okay, next, now we will be moving to part E. Okay, so the part is story retelling. Okay, so story retelling is basically, they will tell a story like Mr. and Mrs. Turner wanted to adopt a pet. So they went to a pet store. They like a cat, they like a dog, so they wanted to adopt only one. So they adopted one cat, one pet. So this will be storytelling by the screen. Then you have to repeat the storytelling in your own words. You can see first is telling please listen. Okay, so we have to listen on the screen and then we have to retell. So it will give us 30 seconds or 40 seconds of time to retell the story. Then we have to click on next. So once we click on next, see there was 3 retelling. Okay, 3 story retellings. Now we will move to question part F. What is part F? Part F is open questions. In open questions, what they will ask, they will ask questions something like this. So the questions which they ask with me, one question was this. So one question was like, so in earlier days, parents and their children, they used to eat dinner and breakfast together in a table, but nowadays we are not able to do that. Everybody has different schedules, and no, we are not able to follow that. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of that? So once they ask this open question, then you have to tell your own review. Okay, so that's how you gonna answer the question. So see, on the screen, please listen. So we have to listen the question, and the next part we have to give the answer. See, now we have 40 seconds to give the answer. Okay, so for 40 seconds we will be like giving the answer, to justify why we agree or disagree with the question which they asked. So the one question I already told you, like the parents, they used to do lunch and dinner together, but now we are not able to do it. The second question which they asked is like, they told like, the question was this: everybody in the household should have some task. So do you agree with this or not? So that you have to justify, like parents, mother and father, they both have a job to earn, some has job to cook. What about children? You have to justify like that. Okay, then so part A, part B, part C, part D, E, F, and then at the last they will just ask, what is your mother tongue and all. You can neglect that, those are optional questions. Okay, so that's all guys. So this is basically Versant round. Part 2 is very easy. You don't have to any worry. So you just have to give. Thank you guys and have a nice day guys. Bye.